What up, fam? It's IRATE Prostate. It's a Sunday night, and usually, when I do something on Sunday nights on my channel, it's usually gaming. And today's game, hey Josh, what's up, man? We're going to, all right, so I have joined GOG, G-O-G, it's a website, GOG.com, where they have the Blade Runner game, and they've got the restored version. All right, so when the main source code was lost, all right, this is pieced together after what they recouped, right? And some of it is from the very beginning. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from this brand new, never seen before gameplay. The first piece that you'll see is the VK of Runsitter. So we're going to roll now. All right. On that note, hang out, say hey to me in chat. Hey, what, Ann Frankenberry? Love your name. You know I dig it. All right, here we go. This isn't syncing up, so let's see what's going on here. And we get this cranking up. Start anyway. Whoops. My game to capture is not finding it. I hate it when it does this. Alright, let's see if we can make this thing run again. Restore content. Let's see if we can make this happen. It should pull up on the screen, and I don't know when. There you are. Alright, cool. Alright, we're gonna go. This looks good. This is the old point and click from 1997, bro. With added footage. You hear that? That's funny, Rollerblade Runner. It's still amazing what they were able to do in this game. 1997.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runser, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait! I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals. Please, I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
VR 61661, report to precinct headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
VR 61661, report to division headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runsiter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runsiter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Slumming tonight, Slim?
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse, they never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put him on the machine?
Hell no! There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on
I'm
it.
not sure about that.
What's Gouza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runsiter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-road paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
I just put it into the version where you can ask, you choose your questions.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Hmm.
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it. Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
I already checked for a crowbar or some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Make sure the lab boys run them through the mainframe, human and rep. Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair. McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts? I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
Video screens were everywhere in this damn city. Sometimes I wondered if they were watching us. I usually just changed the channel, but to each his own.
All my animals.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Chinyans worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that. I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy. You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron colt. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product?
Snobby dude, yeah.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there.
I'd never seen dead animals before, and I never wanted to again. I didn't want to look too closely. The boys back at the lab would tell me all I needed to know. Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself. A candy bar. Yuck. Well, isn't that cute?
Rolos are good.
A toy dog.
I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment.
Yeah, the comment about the TV and the VK are new.
Here you are.
There's a test I'd like you to take.
No, I have a lot of cleaning up to do.
It won't take too long. Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Uptown. Your office already has my address.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
I'm not answering that.
You return from work to find that your home has been burglarized.
Detective, I think you know I've just been through far worse than that.
Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
Gentle, loving, comforting.
You're watching an old movie. It shows a banquet in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters. The entree consists of boiled dog.
I'd turn it off.
Yeah, that's from the movie thing.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints. A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
What do you expect me to say?
You don't have to say anything. The Voight-Kampff measures.
I understand how it works.
You're going to die. It may be soon. Death. The grave. Rot. It may be soon. The readouts don't lie. You're scared. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
That's pathetic. You're pathetic.
Hey, I just read them. What do you think it's like to be a replicant?
How would I know?
How do you think it would feel to be hunted all the time?
They're just machines.
So you don't have any sympathy for them?
I suppose it might be bad.
Positive result. Subject is human. Test terminated.
Well, we kind of figured that out anyway.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you.
My precious one. She was my baby.
It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft, the small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance. What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault.
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runsiter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
Select destination.
Let's go to the police station and look at that stuff on the desk.
Sector 3, LA.
This is 31 Sector 3. Go ahead.
31 Sector 3, 1179, possible 1144 in the Chinatown district. Vehicle versus pedestrian, 1020 is Yukon Street. Be advised, suspect vehicle has fled the scene.
LA 10-4, 31 Sector 3, responding code 3.
That's our car, actually.
All units stand
That's
by
new
for
too.
emergency traffic. BOL, dark sedan, possible front end damage. Wanted for hit and run on a ped in Chinatown district. Last seen northbound on Yukon.
Lockup.
The Tyrell Corporation today recalled the last 4 functioning entertainment model Nexus 5 replicants from off-world service. Dr. Eldon Tyrell, speaking at a shareholders meeting, denied allegations that the model was defective and possibly dangerous.
The simple fact is that the model wasn't performing its designated function. There was one isolated incident of violence a couple of years ago.
Lucky Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
Brand name. Crystal smokes Luckies.
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy. Bryant finally letting you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece.
This sounds like
Don't
J.K.
leave home
Simmons.
without it.
First time through is always the toughest. Listen for the bell tone. That'll let you know when you're too slow reacting to a hot target.
Then what?
You can keep going, but your score's gonna suffer. And take it easy in there. Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Gouza was going to requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Gouza could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy.
Scanning video disk. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Run sitter crime scene.
I can't make it out. So he had a white tiger, and that's one of the main animals it killed. They are beautiful, majestic creatures.
A sushi menu from Howie Lee's. Give me a hard copy of that.
Okay, let's see.
Hello there, Lucy. Give me a hard copy of that.
Run sitter crime scene.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that. A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard copy of that. Local license plate? Give me a hard copy of that.
Okay, moving on.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. No clues transferred. Clue database transfer complete.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for... This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night.
31 Sector 3, 1179, possible 1144, and...
I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Judging from the distance between the...
Some of these are like redundant.
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket come.
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. There's not a lot I can tell you.
Howie Lee's. Bryant once got food poisoning there, so he shut it down for a couple of months. Now it was always good for a freebie.
Positive result. Subject is human.
What a sleazy cop, man. Just shut something down so they could get free food.
Laboratory.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. We got the animal corpses from Runcitas, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Anamoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
And they're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week. Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Oh, that's funny.
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runcitas is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
Any way to find the car's owner?
Well, you'd need the license number or the VIN number from the inside of the door. You run either number through the mainframe and it'll ID the car for you.
Anything else?
Come back at me when you got something worthwhile, McCoy.
Laboratory.
Ruth, we're going to have with Belize.
Select destination.
Playing this game as a Blade Runner, not a replicant sympathizer. I'm gonna air some motherfuckers out.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen. McCoy, LPD, I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect. Ah, dog breath. You're a pretty smart-looking cat. You want to make some money?
Pay me large, you got my rapt attention.
Depends on how much the information's worth.
Unfortunately, my man, I got a bug.
Got to mix more out back.
Dynamite dining, old man. Catch you later.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
This girl ever eat around here?
Nah, all gaijin look like the old man.
Heard there was an accident down here. A hit and run.
Ha! There are more accidents than Suido no Nezumi, sewer rats.
This from your place, isn't it?
Could be. Chopstick come from Yoshi's restaurant supplier.
This from your place, isn't it?
Yes, sir. You do Huawei favor? Distribute all through our police station?
Man.
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just month. Superior chef. Makes all kinds of new sushi.
Howie says you're a master chef.
You not come back here. Air bad.
This'll only take a minute. There's a test I'd like you to take. It won't take too long.
Test? What kind of test?
Kind of a personality test. Totally routine.
Routine? Ah.
Swiss cheese.
Lightning Squad, Rep Unit, Battle of the Gemini. I'd retired a war hero, someone who'd fought for the freedom of the off-world colonists. The poor guy kind of reminded me of one of those buffalo soldiers, blacks who had killed and died for America, yet weren't allowed to drink alongside whites. And maybe, just maybe, the photograph validated his own existence.
Chill it, man. Just took a wrong turn back there, that's all.
Take your business elsewhere.
An excellent idea.
Gaff.
Rumor has it you've been earning your stripes, McCoy.
Working on it.
Keep it up. You just might have a future in this business.
I understand it's got a hell of a retirement plan.
I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Brian thinks it crashed out into Kipple.
How many reps we talking about?
Enough. They're Nexus 6s, so don't take too much slack.
Gotcha.
You VK the mark before retirement?
Didn't have to.
That's why they call it the magic.
I'm starting to understand.
You ever retire a human, your career is over. Remember that.
That's Gav's spinner.
Hey, Howie. What's cooking?
Nothing now, McCoy. Got to find a new chef, thanks to you.
Can't help you there, Howie. Hey, Howie. What's cooking?
I take care of you soon, McCoy. Real busy tonight.
Hey, Howie. What's cooking?
I take care of you soon, McCoy. Real busy tonight.
Select destination. Police station. Your apartment. Your floor number, please.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Animals are in danger.
I lived with the best gal I'd ever seen. She was 2 now and full of life and love. She'd cost me about a year's salary, but she was worth it. It was good to have someone warm nearby after completing a dirty job, and the retirement swag from this case would go toward getting her a partner. Here you go, baby. Dinner time. Here you go, baby. Dinner time. Zubin was the first Nexus 6 I'd come up against. There was something in his eyes, an almost primordial desire to live. Most of the 3s, 4s, and 5s I'd seen would just give up when you had them. But these 6s, they were a whole other breed.
I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath. My wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told my wrath. My wrath did grow.
Crank calls were a dime a dozen in this city, and I'd had my share. Still, this guy sounded more like an English teacher than the average scumbag. If I'd been more awake, the message might have spooked me. Erase and reset. Portrait of the sleep-deprived.
Got your delivery here, man.
What?
Kingston Kitchen.
Oh, yes, right. Hold on.
Is this what the gravity be like on Mars?
Oh, no. It's about a third of what we got here on Terra. Real comfy. How about turning that dial, okay? When I say... Oh!
Please, can you control your rat?
I'll have you know that Ricky's a purebred Chihuahua, and he's totally real.
Chihuahua.
Things going good at Tyrell Corporation?
Boring, boring. Old man Tyrell's been on a Wagner kick lately. He never shuts up.
You also do outside work?
Sweetie, I never go outside. It's bad for the glands.
How about Nexus 6? You know a lot about them?
I think you should be going now.
Understand good, it holds deep meaning for me now. Where be your research on Nexus 6? And your test studies, contacts, the works?
Only simulator! Extraterrestrial gravity!
One more minute, you be swallowing this explosive. 3 more minutes, they be hosing you off the True Life building across town.
No, I swear, I don't have anything. If I did, I'd give it to you.
My people sick and dying. You tell me something.
Talk to Dr. Tyrell.
Tell me something I don't know.
The organ designers, Miraji, Hannibal Chu, Luther and Lance, they're closer to him than I am.
Where?
DNA Row. They're all working down on DNA Row.
You one miserable package, man.
No! No, please, don't!
Pick up.
Hope you aren't camped out there with a bottle of tequila.
Oh, very funny.
Early bird slays the worm, McCoy.
Don't worry, I'm up, Lieutenant. What's the buzz?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building.
Inside?
That's right. But we also got a sweet little break on it. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang.
Beautiful. How many perps?
Just one. I don't know if it's related to the Runs Center deal or not. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be good, killer.
Maggie, come here, girl.
Your floor number, please. Your floor number, please. Select destination. Chinatown. Tyrell Pyramids.
McCoy, LPD.
Just a minute.
Where do I go?
Grav test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
It was a Tyrell sales brochure for the Nexus series, the kind of glossy hype that ends up littering the floor at trade shows. This one was for the new entertainment model, a comedian designed to entertain the troops off-world. The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row. Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
Jesus. I seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
Obviously, he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story, but I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up. Any idea if they were real dogs?
Who's not going to answer me? What?
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
This hearing yours?
Maybe it belongs to that other cop who was up here. The babe with the shades and the cigarettes.
Ain't her style. Call her babe to her face, you're liable to end up with a severe limp. I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up. Any idea if they were real dogs? Eisendaler had used his dog's name as a password. The Tyrell brass wouldn't be too happy if they knew I was snagging a copy of their files, but someone had wanted them bad enough to kill Eisendaler, so I figured they must be worth having.
Lagging behind again?
Guza didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still putting the pieces together. It's all stored in Esper's mainframe. You hear about the Moonbus massacre?
Gaff mentioned it.
Could be our cases are overlapping. I might keep you posted.
Do that. You friendly with Eisendaler?
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisendaler, he almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside, and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Grav Test Chief Engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing. One of the other engineers could tell you more.
You know if anyone lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisendaler's moo-moo fit in?
Hey, you know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
That's right. There's a club and you're not in it.
You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security is tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisendaler's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees. How do I get in to see the big boss?
You don't, unless he wants to see you.
Okay. How do I make him want to see me?
Well, you could call his personal assistant.
Who is?
Don't know offhand.
Yeah, I get the picture. I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Select destination.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold new plan of action to clean up the worst regions of the highly toxic debris that surrounds our city, the so-called kipple. Just how much progress has been made since then? We spoke to the governor just before his weekly meeting with the city council.
Our studies have shown that the kipple's effect upon Los Angeles is minor.
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row. Give me a hard copy of that.
The redundant clothes.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that. A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that. A bomb. Give me a hard copy of that.
That's all I can get from this.
Uploading personal clue database.
Hey, Scott.
Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete. New clues added to personal database. Please check Kaya.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed. Not just once, but a dozen times.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No.
The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story, but the dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked...
I checked with UNR. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Brian thinks it crashed out in the Kipple.
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car. Yeah, most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before? How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just month. Superior chef makes all kinds of new suits.
Lightning Squad, Rep Unit, Battle of the Gemini.
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisenduler, he almost never left his lab.
It was a Tyrell sales brochure for the Nexus series, the kind of glossy hype that ends up littering the floor at trade shows. This one was for the new entertainment model, a comedian designed to entertain the troops off-world.
One of Tyrell's employees...
This is Crystal Steel badge number BR61354, conducting the interrogation of Spencer Gregorian, leader of CARS, Citizens Against Replicant Slavery, November 22nd, 2019.
I once again asked that my attorney...
Shut it, shitbird. I'm asking the questions. We've already put you on the machine, so we know you're not a skin job.
That term offends me.
Okay, so you're not one of those biomechanical scumbags. And you claim to not know anything about the bombing at Tyrell.
This is true. We advocate equal rights under the law for replicants. We have nothing against Tyrell Corporation for creating them.
That's some sick logic.
The replicants are living organisms, whether people like you like it or not. Replicants contribute greatly to the economic well-being of our culture. They cannot be discounted as such.
Hell, it'd be no skin off my nose if each and every one of them was hosed down for good. You ever see this guy?
Why, yes. Actually, I have. He was present at the protest. He's not part of our group, but outsiders are usually welcome.
How many new faces showed up that day?
Not too many. A handful at most.
Describe them to me.
I don't know if I can.
Oh no? Recording off.
So she works them over a little bit, right? And,
Describe them for me again.
There was that Rastafarian fellow, and one of our ex-members showed up.
Who's that?
A Japanese man named Izo.
Why'd you get rid of him?
We're a pacifist organization, and we have rules. One of them is no weapons allowed. Izo refused to check in a samurai sword at the door during meetings.
Where can I find this Izo?
He owns one of those little secondhand stores downtown.
Let me ask you a question. Who the hell bankrolls your operation?
Well, we have a number of anonymous donors, people with resources and sources.
Such as?
So anonymous, even I don't know who they are.
I almost believe you.
he's a proponent of CRT, critical replicant theory.
Ground floor.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir, we're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit. What else do you guys do besides wave signs and get arrested?
We're peaceful people, Detective. We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad, a way for the slaves to escape cruelty and find freedom.
So, You help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. Friends with access to vehicles, to escape routes. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped.
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk. I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I didn't know the Rastafarian. The Asian fellow was one of our ex-members. Izo was his name.
How long did you know him for?
Let's see. I met him about 5 years ago. He seemed so smart and balanced. He really wanted to help the replicant people.
Then what?
He started associating with the more militant factions. I was astounded when I heard he was supplying weapons to some of them.
What kind of weapons?
Everything and anything. Guns so new that even the police had hardly used them, I heard.
I'm gonna give you a little test.
The other detective, she already tested me earlier today.
Uh-huh. Look, I gotta check out the equipment, and you're the only stiff around.
I object to this treatment. If you'll just call my lawyer, he'll take care.
Your lawyer would tell you I got the authority to VK the mayor if I want. And he'd have to smile and nod and kiss my butt until I cleared him. So sit down. Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
3rd sector, uptown.
Nice neighborhood?
Very. Is this going to take long?
Just keep your pants on, Spencer. You're given a calfskin wallet for your birthday.
I'd return it to the person who'd given it to me.
You wouldn't report him?
It depends on how close a friend he is.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
I love life too much to commit suicide. You wouldn't know about that, would you?
You've been drafted into the army. During a boot camp hazing, you're bound, blindfolded, and forced to eat worms.
Hazing's illegal.
Oh yeah, you're really worried about breaking the law. Wonder why I'm the one on this side of the bars.
Civil disobedience has a long history in our world.
So does genocide, but I ain't out butchering my neighbors. You've been kidnapped. Your captors tell you that you'd better think about what you did to deserve this.
I try to reason with them.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints. A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
I'd leave.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
Appropriate. For a killer.
You're on a farm. You get into the pen to feed the pigs. In their excitement, the animals knock you down into the mud. Using a butcher knife, you slit the throat of the nearest sow. You're covered in blood as you stumble to your feet.
My God. You know, I actually feel sorry for you, Detective McCoy. The lack of empathy. Have you ever taken this test?
I don't need to. I know what I am.
So do I.
You're going to die. It may be soon. Death. The grave. Rot.
You're enjoying this.
It may be soon. The readouts don't lie. You're scared. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
This conversation is over, Detective. I don't have to sit here and take abuse.
Test terminated.
Since Crystal VK'd him and said he was a human, you know the machine didn't say whether he was a human or a rep. So... Alright, off to Animoid Row.
Select destination. Anemoid Row.
Hey, Action Jackson. Good movie.
You know who deals in insects down here?
You don't want insects? They're no good companion. But fish. Fish are good. I have every kind of fish for you. Blowfish, dorado, miniature sailfish. Very friendly.
No, thanks. I got a dog at home.
Fish just as good as dog.
No, my dog is real.
Real? Oh, you must make lots of money.
Let's get back to insects. Official LPD business.
Down at end of Animal Row, you see big green sign? You try there. Good luck with dog, friend. Hope he stays healthy.
She.
I think I see Crystal.
Hey.
You're horning into my action, rookie. Take a stroll.
Hey.
Been pretty busy, haven't you, Slim?
Need some Mylar, don't you, baby?
Might I interest you in a snake, Noble One?
Not today, thanks. You know anything about insects?
I regret that I do not, Noble One, save that I feed them to my snakes.
You do what?
Artificial ones, of course. The safeguards in the design of my snakes would not allow them to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the fakes must be pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
Right now I'm more interested in the insect.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert on such things, and will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
I need to ask you...
Certainly the LPD must have better things to do than to question a humble merchant over and over again about the same things. Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow?
Bob?
He owns the armament shop up the street. He's insane, Noble One, insane. He takes peculiar pleasure in agitating all the vendors around here. I cannot even go out for a Shisco whoop without worrying whether Bob is going to sabotage my snakes.
Nice looking creatures you have around here.
See? Good product. Scorpions, my best work. Finest quality, even poison.
Isn't that illegal?
I have permit, senor. My customers demand authenticity. Careful, senor. They are poison.
Scorpions?
See? Finest quality. Perhaps you purchase one?
I don't think so. They're beautiful, though. Never seen one before.
Oh, that'd be too, senor.
This your work?
Ah, the dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly, late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then, you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
You take care chasing the dragon.
Ow! Damn it.
That a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh? How come I never heard of you?
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davy Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by Davy like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon.
Yeah, he's the guy at the beginning of the movie that gets wasted by, what's his guy? Leon.
I hear you've been waving guns around on Anemoid Row.
Who's been telling you that crap? That lying Egyptian snake oil salesman?
Hassan?
That's the one. I should have popped him when I had the chance. You want to know what really happened? I wanted to get my daughter a present for her birthday, right? I bought an iguana from that crook Hassan. And the damn thing ran out of juice just 2 days after I plucked down a shitload of chinyen. Son of a bitch wouldn't give me a refund. So I threatened to burn down his shop.
Sometimes you just gotta be philosophical about these things.
That's exactly what my wife says.
Right.
I heard of you.
Is that right?
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what, exactly?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like Steel or Gaff.
They get hurt sometimes, too. It's a dangerous business. You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? 'Cause I know them police-issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere. If you got the chinyen for it.
Okay, let's have it.
I accidentally killed this dude one time I was playing again. And it's important to get this ammo.
How'd you feel about taking a little test?
You mean the Voight Kampf? You come into my shop and you want to VK me?
Relax, I just...
It's funny. You thinking I'm a rep. Set up the test. We'll see what's what around here.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax. A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tell him to get a job. Ain't he heard there's a labor shortage around here?
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
I guess I picked the right line of work.
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
I'm gonna like this one.
The girl is lying on a bearskin rug.
Oh man, why'd you have to ruin it? I guess I'm gonna have to rip up the magazine.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's supposed to scare me?
Not scare, just shock. Provoke a reaction.
I heard worse in the wars. Hell, I done worse.
You've been kidnapped. Your captors tell you that you'd better think about what you did to deserve this.
No, they'd better think about what they did to deserve it. 'Cause they'll slip, and I'll be ready.
What do you think it's like to be a replicant?
Scary.
Really?
Hey, if every right-thinking citizen was out to waste my ass, yeah, I'd be scared.
You're on a farm. You get into the pen to feed the pigs. In their excitement, the animals knock you down into the mud. Using a butcher knife, you slit the throat of the nearest sow. You're covered in blood as you stumble to your feet.
Now why the hell would I do something like that?
You tell me.
No way. I served my time. I've opened men up from belly to throat. But butchering animals? This test ain't right.
A teacher calls you stupid in front of the rest of the class.
Yeah, I remember that. Bitch.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints.
I'm not much for art.
A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
I'd burn it. Burn the whole damn place to the ground.
You're watching an old movie. It shows a banquet in progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters. The entree consists of boiled dog.
Damn. You know, I'm getting to be an old man, and I ain't gonna tell you I've never eaten meat. But even back when I was a kid, that would have made most people sick. I'd stop watching the movie.
Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Since you didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, you know, I think about skin jobs all the time. Try to get into their heads. Maybe that's what the deal is.
Thanks for your time.
Step up, step up. Mama Isabella cooked you something special. Put a glow in your cheek.
McCoy, LPD. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions, they always need answers.
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisendaler at the Tyrell building?
Eisendaler. Oh, Eisendaler, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead. This guy work for you?
No, but I wish he do. He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him for sure.
That's Bob Marley on the wall behind her.
That stew's looking tasty.
Fix you right up. Only dirty chinion. It put a spring in your step, man. The ladies, they be loving you.
I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
There's a clock I always set. 2 minutes. That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsers. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Jamin.
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
All my paperwork is in order.
Doesn't matter. I don't read anyhow. What's your name?
Izo.
You move a lot of valuable goods through here? Valuable and exotic?
How exotic?
We're talking exceptionally fine jewelry in the shape of a dragonfly.
They were so majestic. I remember them from my childhood, and that was the last time I've seen them.
It's very important that I find out about this. Can you help me?
If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
Thanks a million.
Select destination, Anemoid Row.
You buy fish? Highest quality.
No thanks. I'm a little short right now. You say everything's top quality here. That go for your old buddy Spencer Gregorian, too?
I met him a while back. He bought some calfskin gloves from me. Said he wanted to do some gardening.
Calfskin?
Faux calfskin.
Gregorian said you were thrown out of cars for having violent tendencies.
Whoever Gregorian is, he's lying.
He also said you were a borderline sociopath who ought to be locked up, but I'm inclined to agree.
Don't you wish I gave a damn about what you think?
I can make you give a damn.
Let me give you a little word of advice, detective. Stay out of my business. More importantly, stay out of my face. All I'd have to do is make one vid call and you would be shoveling shit off-world for the rest of your career.
Talk to me like that some more and you'll be eating it.
Perhaps I can interest you in this camera. 100 years ago, it was a cherished item. Whole families sat for portraits.
I've seen plenty of photographs in my time.
Have you ever seen this? I am not about to have all my hard work obliterated just because you stumbled into my shop, detective. Westerners need guns and hardware. All I need is will.
Freeze, Yoshi!
Izo.
Whatever. Been keeping yourself busy?
I'll be out of lockup within the hour.
Your little skin job friend's gonna take up a collection to bail you out, or you got it saved up?
Maybe I got friends in high places.
Yeah, and if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. What are you doing here, Slim?
I was gonna ask you the same thing.
I've been tracking this boy for a week. He thinks he's pretty clever. He's a material witness in a case I'm working. In fact, your best buddy's a replicant, isn't he? The big guy with the dreadlocks. What's his name again?
Hallucinate often?
That's okay. You'll be giving him up to me soon enough. I can handle it from here, Slim. Why don't you go buy yourself a lollipop? Something else to suck on.
Very clever.
But I wasn't trying to be.
Nice. Find something else to suck on.
Ông đó đang nhìn mình.
Thanks.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer. The exact arms that renegade replicants would be looking for to survive in the big city. Nothing else there.
There you go, look at those pictures.
I was fresh out of Leeds. Poking around Hawker's circle had been a waste of time. I had nothing to connect this Ezo character to the Eisendaler murder. But if the replicants had done in one Tyrell scientist, maybe they'd go after another. And the subcontractors down on DNA Row didn't have Tyrell security to protect them.
Select destination. Police station.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. No clues transferred. Clue database transfer complete. Hawker's circle.
Say cheese. Okay, so this is where we see Deckard in the background instead of Dectoro. Notice he's getting the scale that he found in the bathtub. Check.
A strange scale. Give me a hard copy of that.
China bar.
Interesting. Give me a hard copy of that. That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow? He owns the armament shop up the street.
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly late of the American South Swampland. Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection. You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to try for this.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer.
Yeah, the voice actors are a little sketch in places. It's really weird because he's got like Stephen Root, the actor, is actually doing a voice in here, and I swear I think that's J.K. Simmons. But some of the other ones are just the goozes. I don't know, man. I always thought his voice was really horrible. So yeah, totally get that.
We get a new weapons shipment?
Yeah, Guzza requisitioned a couple of cases for the assault teams.
Let me guess. He's planning on taking out a small city.
Lieutenant's a big believer in overkill.
That weapons shipment just came in. You got the paperwork handy?
Why? You got a pressing need to rummage through my private files?
Yeah, I forgot you were keeping your lacy underthings in there. Look, Jack, I just want to see what they're charging for a crate of rifles these days.
Too damn much if you ask me, especially at the rate the assault teams are losing them. I guess there ain't no harm in it.
Fair point, so.
Lucky Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
Good old Luckies. Alright, we'll go into DNA row and we'll kill it. In the middle, we'll have to save some stuff.
Select destination. Chinatown. DNA row.
If there's one thing that gives me the creeps, it's dealing with those freaks on DNA Row. Every one of those genetic design subcons was a borderline schizoid case, exposed to too many chemicals, radiation, or God knows what. It was the price they paid for taking rep technology into the future. Or maybe it was just desserts.
Hey, go home and get some rest. I'm sure you need it.
Hey, pal.
What's shaking, baby? Haven't I seen you around these parts before?
Could be. I get around.
You ever get down to Nightclub Row, you ought to check out my act. I'm just warming up the room, but it's better than a kick in the pants, you dig?
What kind of stuff do you do?
What kind of... You kidding, baby? I do it all! I am the direct extension of Frankie, Sammy D, and Dino Martini.
Who?
Man, you really must be dozing in Squaresville if you're asking who the voice is. You know, old Blue Eyes. The chairman of the board? Sinatra, man.
The guy's been dead for 20 years.
Well, you're gonna remember the name Gordo Frizz just like old Blue Eyes. I ain't on the Marquis of Early's just yet, but it's coming, I promise you.
You seen any suspicious-looking people around here?
Hell no. I mean, a lot of wackos cool their heels down here, but they're anything but suspicious.
Not good time now. Come back later. 你個細蚊仔喺邊度啊？你喺呢度啦，咪快啲嚟呢度啦。
Now this is the actor that played the part in the movie.
你個 Iris 呢真係
a lot of the stuff from the movie, the actors actually redid the voices and posed for the modeling.
Damn, you keep it cold in here.
Of course cold. What do you expect, heat? Ice go bad at room temperature. You buy winter coat. Like this, see? Like this. Very comfy.
LPD, I got a couple of questions.
Talk. Always talk. You wait. You no take up time. Busy.
Marcus Eisendaler is dead.
Okay, we talk. Quick, now. What you want?
You were close to Eisendaler?
Eisendaler? No time for him. No go to lab. Eisendaler test off-world gravity to work important organs. Visual center, you see?
Marcus is dead.
To work hard all night, all day, no stop, no break, no OT.
Did you hear me?
Of course I hear you. You think I'm deaf? Your time more important, huh? Eisendaler dead. Miraji may be dead. You out chasing skirts.
Miraji?
You eat supper with Miraji every night, no fail. Sometimes Chinese, sometimes Indian, sometimes home cooked. Sometimes we go up and eat with twins.
Miraji didn't show? Did you call him?
Call? I knocked. 10 minutes ago, door locked. No answer. Where you come from, huh?
What?
Nothing.
Tell me this.
Hey, wait, LPT, you there for something, huh? LPT? I'm very busy. Eyes won't wait for nothing.
having some fun tonight. Sorry about that. I was I was talking. Of course, I was muted because that's the way I do shit. But I do. Somebody's just loaned me some money, and I do want to make sure I acknowledge that. Thank them. Thank you. I heard that. All right. This guy is on a shitty walk. Accelerate. All right, man. Speaking of. Thanks, sir.
What's going on? Who did this?
Help me, sir. Please, help me. It is going to blow. Run! Run!
Shit.
Hold on. An ambulance will be coming.
You must warn the twins. Up there. Up the stairs.
The twins? Did they do this?
No. Tall man with dreadlocks. The bomber. And another with beard. Piercing eyes.
What did they want?
The DNA information. God forgive me. I told them about the twins.
Don't shoot. McCoy, Rep D-Tech, BR61661.
What do you know about this?
Got a dead man here. Victim of an explosion. His name was Miraji. He was able to give me a description of the two perps just before he bought the farm.
Yeah? They skin jobs? Or you just in the right place at the wrong time?
I'm practically waxing their tails, officer. I'm that close. But I don't have a lot of time. You mind,
Mopping up here? Just do me a favor and kick some rep ass, okay? It's high time someone got them illegals off the street.
Appreciate it.
This is 32 Sector 3 reporting a homicide, possible act of terrorism.
For you, Excel. People say I laugh a lot.
I recognized the logo on the envelope. It was definitely Runsitter's animal sales, but I didn't expect to find hundreds of chinion inside. I didn't know what it was for, but I'd bet the farm it wasn't on Runsitter's books.
Hello, Luther. Hello, Lance. You have no new messages and one saved voice-only message. Would you like to hear the saved message again?
Absolutely.
Hello, it's JF Sebastian. I hope you guys are all right. I tried to talk to Dr. Terrell about your reemployment, but I haven't been able to get through to him yet. He's kinda angry, and you know what a cool customer he is. I don't know what happened between you guys, but I'm still trying. If you want to get together, I'm still at the Bradbury. I'll be here all night.
Message saved automatically. To delete, please state your deletion security number.
Not right now. Thanks.
The pleasure's all ours at Sino Bell.
Sino Bell. Yeah, the movie is a great fusion of film noir and cyberpunk and of course science fiction. It's just a genius masterpiece.
The vid phone was one of those old Zenith jobs, the last electronic tech that was still produced on this continent, in Mexico to be exact. No wonder the sucker was on the blink.
check with Chew.
Don't miss anything.
There ain't nothing left, Detective.
You still hanging around? I've seen you before.
Cold shoulder.
Huh? What you do, huh?
Listen to me.
Busy. You not delivery man. You go away. Distraction all day long. Never stop. Loud noises on the street. Beep, beep, boom, boom, boom. Always make me drop eyes.
That'd be Dermo design burning to the ground.
Oh? What of Maraji?
He didn't make it.
You leave now, okay? Very busy. Must work.
What about this Lance? What kind of guy is he?
Why, he like Luther, only different. Don't know which.
That's so?
One long hair, talk a lot, always make deal. Other more quiet, work much harder.
What kind of deals?
Sell this, sell that, no matter what weather. Like salesman. Very hard to take, no trust, no way.
Did Lance sell something to Runsiter?
Who? Never heard of Runsiter. No time for charades. Sound like this, sound like that, look like this.
You mentioned twins.
Yes. Luther and Lance. Siamese twins. Live above Maraji.
They're genetic designers?
Were. Till last month. Got the boot. Shit can.
From who?
Big boss. Who else? You go ask them. I waste no more time. You think I nose around everybody's business, huh?
Maraji's some kind of DNA designer?
Yeah. Subcontractor like me. He funny though. Like old movies. Maraji master chef. Twins go crazy when he cooks.
What's Sebastian been up to lately?
Sebastian? He do what always do, nervous system. Very important to Dr. Terrell.
Where do I find him?
He had old building down the alley. Bradbury Hotel, I think. You walk down the alley, you find it.
Yeah, that was Scott's nod to Ray Bradbury.
Sorry to bother you.
Love the light, the Jacob's Ladder effect.
Welcome home, dear.
What the flip are you? That was weird.
That'll do, Sadiq.
Enough! Kicking him.
Oh, you think he found us, man?
One of the design subcons must have talked. Unstable personalities, to say the least.
Told you we should have blown up the old block.
It would have created problems down the line.
We got problem now, man.
This one, he's not a problem. He's an opportunity. You're weak, my friend. I expected so much more from you.
I'm thinking our brother not hearing too good.
Oh, he hears us. Isn't that right, McCoy?
You ready to give up fruitless nightmare, man? Come back to family?
He doesn't have a choice.
Family.
He never did.
Let me kill him, man.
No.
We got no time to be patient. Your woman, she be getting sick.
I promise you, she'll not die here on Earth.
I promise somebody will.
Believe me, he's the least of our problems.
You're talking crazy. The hunter be dangerous.
A fool sees not the same tree a wise man sees.
I'm no fool, man.
You must have a little faith, my friend. Without contraries, there's no progression.
How can you trust any of their kind?
We have been manipulated by them, correct? Now they're going to see exactly what lies on the other side of the horizon.
I'm gonna end after this cutscene.
Catch me if you can!
How long have I been here, Lucy?
How do you know my name?
I saw your things at Runsiter's. Did you feel bad when they killed those animals?
They were so pretty and sweet. I hoped Father wouldn't do it. But Mr. Runsiter deserved retribution. That's what Father said.
Why?
'Cause he treated me bad. Like I belonged to him.
I'm sorry.
Are you really the hunter? Like Father says?
It's my job.
Why? What do you have against us?
Nothing, it's just the law.
Would you hurt me?
I promise you I won't.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Father will be back soon.
So what we're going to do is we'll end here. All right, and we'll save it at captured. All right, fam. Like I said, we'll go ahead and wrap it here. We'll go to this room so we can get a better, just something better to look at. Look at this stuff. Ring that bell. That's right. Subscribe if you want to. There we go. So yeah, and what we're going to do is I'm going to keep playing this new version that's got all the restored content into it. I'm going to go through the whole thing. So I've gone through 4 of the endings, and there's 12 of them. So I'm playing this one as a killer though. So yeah, they're all going to go, and I'm going to take them out, man. All right, and on that note, everybody, thanks for showing up. You're awesome. Thanks, like I said, Excel for the $5. You're awesome, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, or next time I play this game. Join me, because I have fun doing it, and I hope y'all have fun too.